The developers that brought you the fantasy realm of Elder Scrolls and the post-apocalyptic wastelands of Fallout have now set their sights on the stars. From Bethesda Game Studios comes a brand new space exploration game, Starfield. In this video, I'd like to break down what we know so far about this highly anticipated game. The upcoming action RPG was first announced by Bethesda in 2018 at E3, accompanied by a trailer that teased the game's ambitious sci-fi setting as a ship was depicted near a planet warping away. Starfield represents the first new IP for Bethesda in over 25 years. During the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase at E3 in 2021, a gameplay teaser trailer was revealed, giving players a more in-depth look at the game's story and setting, along with the announcement of its initial intended release date of November 11, 2022. Bethesda is also trying to distinguish itself from other similar sci-fi games by creating a unique theme that Starfield's lead artist dubbed as NASA Punk. The new trailer revealed more of this chosen aesthetic as it opens to a choppy black and white video feed of a beat-up looking starship called Frontier, a sequence which was intended as an homage to NASA's first moon landing. The trailer's narrator remarks that we are at the beginning of humanity's final journey. We see a futuristic astronaut preparing to launch his ship on a journey of exploration and discovery as part of an organization called Constellation. In May of 2022, Bethesda announced that they had to delay Starfield's release, saying, "The teams at Arcane Austin, Redfall, and Bethesda Game Studios, Starfield, have incredible ambitions for their games, and we want to ensure that you receive the best, most polished versions of them." Bethesda has revealed that there are more than 1,000 planets, all open for players to explore. Expectations are incredibly high for this game, and no doubt the developers at Bethesda want to make sure everything is polished and ready to go in order to have a successful and relatively bug-free launch of Starfield. Recently, an official launch date announcement trailer was released featuring more scenes of ships, space stations, planets, and strange ancient structures, while confirming a September 6, 2023 date for the game's premiere. It was also revealed that a special Starfield Direct livestream presentation will take place June 11th to give fans an even more in-depth look at the game. Game director Todd Howard has said of Starfield that it's a next-generation role-playing game where you'll be who you want, go where you want, experience our stories, and forge your own. Starfield is about hope, our shared humanity, and searching for the answers to life's greatest mystery. With such lofty ambitions, one can't help but wonder what's in store for those seeking to forge their own path among the stars. In regards to what we know so far about the gameplay, the 2022 Xbox and Bethesda Showcase gave us a preview. Howard introduced a snippet from early in the game showing the actual gameplay as the player lands on a desolate moon to investigate a research facility that has been taken over by pirates, which leads into combat. The RPG will be playable in both first and third person, but primarily it's first person. Howard notes that after some initial encounters in the beginning of the game, you'll be invited to join Constellation, the last group of space explorers who are dedicated to uncovering the mysteries of the galaxy. Bethesda has confirmed in a separate teaser video that the game is set in the year 2330, in a relatively small pocket of the Milky Way that extends outward from our solar system for approximately 50 light-years in an area called the Settled Systems. The game is set in the aftermath of a bloody conflict known as the Colony War, where the major factions now enjoy a fragile peace, but dangers still lurk from mercenaries, pirates, violent spacers, and religious zealots. While we've been given a glimpse of the overarching story within the game, Todd Howard has emphasized that Starfield is ultimately about the story you create based on the choices you make. When it comes to character creation, Howard stated that it is their most flexible yet, enabling the player to customize all elements of your appearance. You can choose from a variety of personality traits that come with unique advantages and disadvantages. Howard's presentation previewed a few of these traits, including extrovert and introvert, different options for faction allegiance such as Neon Street Rat, which means you grew up on the mean streets of Neon. Consequently, you would gain access to special dialogue options and better rewards from some missions on Neon. Crime bounty by other factions is also greatly increased. There are different religions you can choose from, including one that involves the worship of a great serpent. The pros and cons of that particular choice are that grav jumping provides a temporary boost to health and endurance, but health and endurance are lowered if you don't continue jumping regularly, like an addiction. The skill system is said to combine the best elements from Bethesda's previous games. At the beginning, you can choose from a variety of backgrounds that come with at least 3 starting skills. As you level up, you can unlock new abilities and gain additional ranks as you use them and as you complete challenges. Crafting is also a major component of the game, where you'll be able to run research projects with resources you find and craft needed weapons and modifications. Players will also be able to build their own outposts as they explore, which will be important for survival and resource generation. You can even hire characters you meet to keep these outposts running. The game also includes several companion characters that can join you in your travels, with the option to form relationships with them. Players will be able to design and build their dream starship with loads of options to customize the look, layout, and performance of their spaceships. You can choose the placement and appearance of individual modules from a list of different manufacturers and choose your crew members. There is also a crafting system to modify and customize the ship's arsenal. The detailed ship customization is a particular point of pride for Bethesda, which makes sense considering space exploration is the very heart of this game, and there is so much to see and discover. If you are already familiar with Bethesda's previous games, you'll definitely recognize the similarities of certain game mechanics present in Starfield. Bethesda has confirmed the game will play more like Skyrim as opposed to Fallout 4 in terms of the game structure, and being able to choose where you're going, who you want to be, which faction you want to be aligned with in order to carve out your own path. It seems that they are dedicated to not only improving upon the best of these familiar systems, but making them unique to this setting and striving to break new ground with this particular RPG entry. Starfield will be single-player with no current plans for multiplayer options. The game will launch exclusively for Xbox Series X and S, as well as PC, on September 6th and will be available on day 1 on Xbox Game Pass. Notably, Starfield will be among the first Microsoft-published games to be retailed for $70, a hefty price point that Microsoft says, quote, reflects the content, scale, and technical complexity of this title. With such an ambitious game, I can definitely understand the delay, as it's crucial to make sure that Starfield lives up to such a tremendous level of hype. But I'm curious to know what you think about Starfield. Are there any particular aspects of this game or features that stand out to you? Do you think it has a good chance at becoming the next big franchise for Bethesda? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe for more sci-fi and fantasy news and lore. Thank you all so much for your support, and as always, have a very nerdy day.